like
time.
basketball.
Just like basketball, football, whatever. Good to go?
Mm-hmm.
Is there an easy way to explain link?
I'm gonna search my name on YouTube.
Okay.
Sure they spell it right.
It doesn't matter.
I got it.
Oh, he's got a job for you, doesn't he?
Yep, you need another job.
That little live it doesn't stay on. Come get me. Okay. You don't have to sit there. Just get up and check it out.
I think we're good. If I can get there, they can get there. I think they got them.
The small ones?
Oh.
The short ones? Do you want
You
those
wanna do-
passed out?
Yep, let's do that. Hey guys, since we're working at this, the shared documents is the thing that's a little bit tricky. So for everybody but the captain, if you're gonna be A, you can write A on there. So we don't have to give papers back to you after somebody else has touched them.
Do you need more? Do you get to the point where you need more? Let me know.
And then, you know, so it goes as far as the-
So.
Nice.
We'll just use this as an extra piece of scrap if we have like math or something. We'll have to small, it's the piece.
Guys, make sure the letter down is right. If you write multiple answers to
Everybody get this? This is kind of like a practice match. Shares thing, so we have to go between my wife and everything down. Let me know if you need something. All right. Hey, good morning and welcome to West Frankfort. We're kind of really excited to be here today. Didn't know if it was going to happen, but I wouldn't have had it any other way. I'm glad that we're in person. Let's start off with a test just in case one more time. It's been all year since they've worked. You want to start with you? We're going to need yours to work.
Just a little bit.
Hopefully, somewhere. Is it on? And the thing's just not flashing? Just doesn't work. Let me see. It just doesn't work. Why didn't you say that? It just doesn't work. It worked that one time. Let's see this first.
press it.
Clear me. Huh. I don't know what I did, guys.
It just
Try
works.
it again, try it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just take the message back. You're doing it wrong. Okay, so I can welcome to West Frankfort. If you'd like to introduce yourself, your team, your son, and your sponsor, please. Even
I'm
better.
Riley Kane, and to my left I have Skylar Windforce and Graham Barclay, and to my right I have Kaylin Davis and Olivia Thomas, and our coach is Miss Barclay, and we have no subs.
Ms. Kaylee.
My name is Kaylee Alexander. To my left is Isabel Nolan and Hannah Humphreys. To my right is Thomas Levani and Emily Emily Atkins. Our subs are Nathan Sanders and Living Here Too. And our sponsor is the 5'9" Powerhouse Prius driving at Majestically Short Mr. Hopkins.
He pays him $20 to do that.
Yes, I love being majestically short. All right, so, first toss-up, hands on your buzzers. Spell the word misspell.
MISPELL.
That's incorrect.
MISSPELL.
That is correct. For 5 points.
And it was like, hey, do you want one of these? Just for today? Here, I got extra. Yeah. Make it your own.
All right, first toss-up, our first bonus is yours, Akin. That's a history bonus. Name the famous American who said each of the following quotes. A, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. B, we have met the enemy and they are ours. C, Watson, come here, I need you. And D, the business of America is business. You have 30 seconds. And that's done. We'll wait for the name of the bell and then I'll take your answers.
For A, we have George Washington. B, Thomas Jefferson. C, Benjamin Franklin. And D, no answer.
Those are all correct, they're good guesses. Kelly, do you have A, B, C, and D?
For A, we have FDR. For B, we have Jefferson. For C, we have Edison. And for D, we have Franklin.
A is correct. FDR said that about the Great Depression. Oliver Hazard Perry said we've met the enemy and they are ours. Not that we did this one in class 8th grade, but Watson, come here, I need you, was said by Alexander Graham Bell, not Edison, but his own. And Calvin Coolidge, the business of America is business. That was kind of tricky, especially for a first one. Thought we'd have an easy one here. Name and be specific. The tallest kind of tree in the world. Yes? Redwood is correct. Your bonus is bonus number 2, it's math. Convert the following. A, 4.3 kilometers equals how many meters? B, 51 centimeters equals how many millimeters? C, 1,040 meters equals how many kilometers? And D, 7,250 millimeters equals how many meters?
Seriously?
I heard that, but I did a lot with this. All right, fence it down. Hey, I need your answers.
It changes everything.
Yes.
A, we have no answer. B, we have 5,100 meters. C, no answer. And D, we have 72.5 meters.
Those are all incorrect, but good guesses. West Franklin, you have A through D.
For A, we have no answer. For B, we have 102 millimeters. For C, we have no answer. And for D, we have 15 kilometers.
We're close. They were all numbers.
Yes, they were.
4.3 kilometers into meters. You just moved the decimal over 3. So this was a decimal moving activity. So 4.3 kilometers equals, well, 4,300 meters. 51 centimeters, move the decimal over again, 510 millimeters. 1,040 meters equals 1.04 meters. And 7,250 millimeters into meters is 7.25. That's all right. That was a trick question, I think. These will get easier. Next toss-up, hands on your buzzers.
I don't know.
What two words make up the contraction would've?
Would and have.
That is correct. Yeah, one, two, please. Bonus number 3 is sports. Give the nicknames of the following NBA basketball teams. A, Oklahoma City. B, Miami. C, Utah. D, Dallas. No. I'm sorry, what?
You get the question.
Yes, give the nicknames of the following NBA basketball teams. And that is time. Kayla, I need your answers.
For A, we have twisters. For B, we have heat. And for C and D, we have no answers.
B, heat is correct for 5 points. Akin, do you have A, C, and D?
For A, we have Thunder. For C, we have Jazz. And for D, we have Mavericks.
Those are all correct, 13 points. Next toss-up, hands on your buzzers. Name one of the 2 countries besides the United States that belong to NAFTA.
Mexico.
That's incorrect. Wait, sorry,
No,
that is correct. Sorry, I looked at the first one. So North American Free Trade Agreement is what NAFTA is. Canada and Mexico is what we're looking for. Math is your next bonus. For A, x minus 1 over 4 equals negative 5.5. Solve these equations. B, 1.8 equals k plus 4.7. C, 12 minus 4r equals 27 minus 3r. And D, m divided by 2 equals negative 3. And that is time. Ms. Kaylee, I need your answer. We made a little paper airplanes, we could have thrown them to her
That would work better.
next time.
For A, we have negative 5.5. For B, we have negative 3.98. For C, we have negative 15. And for D, we have negative 6.
C and D are correct for 10 points. Can you repeat answers?
Negative 5.5.
Oh, okay.
A is incorrect. So, do you have A and B, Akin?
For A, we have x equals negative 5 1/4. And you said B? For
Yes.
B, we have k equals negative 2.9.
Those are both correct for 10 points. 5-30 in favor of A. Next toss-up. Hands on your buzzers. What is the name of the first sign of the astrological zodiac?
Aquarius?
That's incorrect.
Capricorn.
Capricorn is also a good guess, but they're looking for Aries. Next toss-up. What is the term for a small strip of land connecting two larger land areas?
Peninsula?
That's incorrect. And that's time. If I'd have said Panama, we've got an isthmus. Yes, especially for your social studies people. You have 10 seconds for this toss-up. It's math. Mr. Harris earns $10 per hour. How much did she earn in a week where she worked 36.75 hours?
$367.50.
That is correct. We just moved the decimal forward. Next bonus is yours, Akin. It's bonus number 5. It's literature. What creature or animal does each of the zodiac symbols belong to? A, Aries. B, Cancer. C, Gemini. D, Pisces. Okay, pencils down. I'll take your answer second.
For A, we have ram. For B, we have crab. For C, we have twins. And for D, we have fish.
Those are all correct for 20 points. Nice job. Next toss-up, hands on your buzzer. What is the most commonly used alphabet today? Looking for, oh, there you are. English is incorrect. What did you guess?
Chinese? Alphabet? Mandarin?
That's not a bad guess, but they're looking for Roman alphabet. I have to fact check you on that because there might be more of them than there are.
Yeah.
But Roman alphabet is what the we'll skip. We'll refer to them. Next toss-up. What is the Hebrew term that is applied to the religious ceremony in which a Jewish boy celebrates his
Or mitzvah.
13th birthday? Is correct, yes. Bonus number 6 is yours, West Frankfurt, and it's sports. Give the baseball term for the following descriptions. A, what is a play on which the fielders put out two opponents? B, what is the type of what type of corner is third base known as? C, what is it called when a player hits a home run while the bases are loaded? And D, what is the nickname for second base? My face is the problem. I can't see my face.
We have our answers.
Okay, pencils down. I'll take them.
A is double play. B is left. C is grand slam. And D is halfway.
A and C are correct for 10 points. Akin, do you have B and D?
For B, we have hot spot. And D, we have no answer.
Close with B. The hot corner is what they call it. And the Keystone sack is second base. 45-60, favor rate. Next toss-up. Spell the word ransom.
RANSOME.
That's incorrect.
RANSOM.
That is correct. He is Cyrus. Next toss-up, I'm sorry, next bonus is yours. It's bonus number 7, Akin. It's a math bonus. What kind of number is not divisible by 2? Is A. For B, what kind of number is a counting number greater than 1 and has exactly 2 counting number factors? C, what kind of number is a counting number greater than 1 with more than 2 factors? And D, what is the term for the distance from a point on the number line to 0? Okay, pencil down, I'll take them.
For A, we have prime. For B, we have 2. For C, we have no answer. And for D, we have absolute value.
Absolute value is correct for 5 points. For D, do you have A, B, and C, Kayla?
For,
Would you say, which one? Would you say B again?
2.
And what did you say for A?
Prime.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Do you have A, B, and C?
for A, we have odd. For B, we have prime. And for C, we have composite.
Those are all correct for 15 points. Making the score 60-70 in favor of A. Next correctly answered toss-up will get the last bonus of the first half. What is the term for a limestone deposit rising from the floor of a cave in unusual shapes? Yes. Stalagmites, because it might reach the top of the cave. Very good question. Your bonus is about sports, Akin. Name the 4 ways a boxer could win a fight. That is time. Any drink?
For A, we have knockout. For B, opponent forfeits. And for C, we have tap out. And D, no answer.
I can take knockout for 5 points.
Mhm.
Do you have 3 other ways, Caleb?
For A, we have KO. For B, we have forfeit. And for C, we have 3-second rule.
I like all those rules. I lose most of my fights, but those are incorrect. KO is knockout. However, TKO, technical knockout, you're not really out of it, but you can't come back from it, I guess. Decision, so it goes to the judges. They decide who wins. And I guess if you bite off the other guy's ear, it's a disqualification. I don't know a better example. But that happened one time.
But did they disqualify?
Well, they did.
I don't know. Did they?
I'm not sure if they stopped.
I don't know.
No one cares.
Yeah. Moot point. And that is halftime. Mr. Nathan, can I have you get Izzy, and Libby, will you get Miss Atkins? Wait, hold on. We get the first time we get to do this, please wipe down your plunger. Not
You
you.
have to be over here. I can't reach your stuff.
And Libby, will you go over there so you can Yeah, that's him, nothing like that. Like this old food kid.
Do I just reset after this?
Yes. Which one you're doing? All right, Akin, since you made no subs, we'll just refer to Kaylee Kay. Would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Our subs are Nathan Sanders and Weaver too.
Okay. So 80 to 60 in favor of Akin is how we start the second half. Hands on your buzzers. First toss-up. Name the type of teeth in meat-eating animals that are sharp and pointed near the front. Canines is correct. Near the front of the mouth. Bonus number 9 is a geography bonus. Name 4 of the 8 main Hawaiian islands.
We have our answers.
Good. Forgot to start the timer. I'll take it.
For A, we have Honolulu. For B, we have Ford. For C, we have Oahu. And for A, we have D, we have Maui.
Maui and Oahu are correct for 10 points. Akin, do you have any other guesses?
Hawaii.
Hawaii, believe it or not, is actually the name of it. I think they may also call it the Big Island. I don't know if I can pronounce all of these. Kahulali, Malapai, Nihao, not Nihao, because that's Hawaii. Nihao. Yes, so there are some others. 85 to 75 in favor of Akin. Next toss-up, hands on your buzzers. A lot of gambling stuff today. What is the prize money in a horse race or a boxing match called? Good guess, but incorrect. Free guess, I think. This time they call it a purse. Next toss-up. Name the woman who has the most monuments erected of her. Yes,
Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks. Good guess, but incorrect.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
Good guess. We're thinking a little older. Jesus' mom, the Virgin Mary. Next toss-up. Correct the following sentence. The pitcher throwed a curveball to the.
The pitcher threw a curveball.
That's correct. Bonus number 10 is a health bonus. Name 4 of the 6 nutrients. Hey, pencil down. I need your answers.
For A, we have iron. For C, we have calcium. I meant B. For C, we have protein, and for D, we have vitamins.
Vitamins and protein are okay for 10 points. Akin, do you have two more guesses?
Potassium and sodium.
Good guesses, but incorrect. You were on the right track, maybe a little bit too specific. We're looking for fats, carbohydrates, or water, and minerals was the third one. I've got 90 to 85 in favor of West Franklin. Next toss-up. Name the world's smallest continent.
Australia.
Australia is correct. Your bonus is bonus number 11, West Frankfurt. It's a science bonus. Name 3 types of earthquakes for A, B, and C. And for D, tell which does the most damage. Got this. All right, Ms. Kaylee, I'll take your answers.
For A, we have seismic. For B, we have tsunami. And for C, we have aftershock. And for D, we have seismic.
Those are all incorrect, but good guesses. Akin, you have guesses?
A, we have transform and have other answers.
Also a good guess. They were looking for primary and secondary, as well as surface earthquakes. And surface earthquakes are the most powerful and most damaging. Next topic. What do we call a traditional folk story poem that is often put to music and is handed down from, good guess, but incorrect.
Folktale.
Folktale is a good guess. I was going to say handed down from one generation to another, which kind of sounds like a folktale, but they call it a ballad. A ballad. Next toss-up. Who wrote the poem, I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud?
Maya Angelou.
Great guess. Incorrect. She is a poet.
Jill Silverstein.
Another good guess. William Wordsworth is the poet that they were looking for here. Next toss-up is a math toss-up. You have 10 seconds. Multiply 0.034 times 100. Yes, sir. I'm sorry? 0.34 is correct. Oh, I'm sorry. That is incorrect. West Frank, do you have a guess for 3.4? The math makes it difficult. Bonus number 12 is math. Solve these problems. What is 500% of 10 is A. For B, 62.5 is what percent of 50? For C, 25 is what percent of 250? And for D, 0.4 of what number is 216?
how you guys say that again.
The punch for you, baseball.
They're like, okay.
I'll take your answers, Ms. Gannon.
For A, we have 5%. For B, 15. For C is 100%. No, that's 10%. I read the percent sign. And then D is 424.
C is correct for fund one. West Frankfurt, you have A, B, and D. I'm sorry.
For A, we have 50. For B, we have 125%. And for C, we have 1819.
I'm gonna give him a big hug. He teaches math, right?
Yeah, he does.
Two of those are correct. A and B. 0.4 of what number is 216? If you multiply it together, 540 is that number. So dividing that would have been difficult in that amount of time. So you've got 10 points, 95 to 105. Next toss-up. What does the 16th Amendment allow the U.S. Constitution?
Federal taxes,
Can you be more specific?
income taxes.
Income tax. Oh, and it assumes you have.
Yes.
Bonus 13 is yours. It's science again. A, what is the center of an atom? For B, what mineral is the hardest of all naturally occurring substances? For C, what strong force pulls things toward the center of the earth? And for D, what do we call unusually high sea wave caused by earth movement or a volcanic eruption? Okay, pencil down on the record. I'll take it, Mikey.
For A, we have nucleus. For B, we have diamond. For C, we have gravity. And for D, we have tsunami.
Those are all correct for 20 points. Making the score 120 to 105 in favor of Bacon. Next toss-up. Correct the usage error in the following sentence. We had ought to have been more considerate.
Instead of had to have.
Incorrect. I can't.
We have ought to be more considerate.
Good guess. You could say it a lot of different ways, but they want you to omit the word had. So you're usually right, correcting the verb in the sentence, but we ought to be more considerate instead of had ought. Next toss-up. How far is a free throw line from the... Thank you, Nathan. I was going to say from the backboard in basketball. Next bonus is math. What is the next number in each sequence? For A, 1, 8, 27, 64, blank. For B, 1, 3, 4, 7, 11, blank. C, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, blank. For 10, 1,000, 500, 250, 125, blank. That's done. What's favorite? I'll take your answer.
For A, we have 144. For B, we have 14. For C, we have 28, and for D we have 10.
Those are all incorrect, but good guesses. Akin, I'll take your answer.
For A, we have 101. For D, we have 60. For C, we have 28. And D, we have
All right, so for A, they needed 125. I think it's all cubed there. 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube, 5 cube. B, they have 18. C, they have 36. And they took a half of 1,000 is 500, then 250, 125, so 125 divided by 2 is 62.5. That was tricky in that amount of time. Next correct answer toss-ups get the last bonus of the match. Who was the last of the Apache warrior chiefs? That's fine. It was Geronimo. Next toss-up. Name the mountain range that runs from the Mediterranean to the Atlantic at the base of the Iberian Peninsula.
Pyrenees.
Pyrenees is correct. The last bonus is a literature bonus. What is the name of the elderly groundskeeper in Maniac McGee? Is A. For B, in Life of Pi, what is the name of the Bengal tiger? For C, what group of mountains is the setting for where the red fern grows? And for D, in Charlotte's Web, what does Fern name the runty pig she rescues?
Can you repeat B?
B, in Life of Pi, what's the name of the Bengal tiger? And that is I'll take your answer.
For A, we have Grayson. For B, we have no answer. For C, we have Rockies. And for D, we have Wilbur.
A and C are correct for 10 points. Sorry, A and D are correct for 10 points. Do you have B and C, Akin? They needed B. Richard Parker is the name of the Bengal tiger, and the Ozark Mountains in the Red Fern Groves. That is the match. The final score was 120 for 125. Very good match. I was hoping for 9. Somehow you got my kids' name on Maniac McGee. Did somebody read that?
We did advanced literature last week.
There you go. Well, thanks. Well, that is it. So if you leave all your stuff, we'll have the next group of people, I'll come in and throw stuff away and we will sanitize and go on to the next round. 7th graders, really smiling faces. And big deal. Kelly, you want to be my clearer? Hey, that's really good. I'm a nervous drawer too. Don't be afraid to be wrong.
I believe that I'm
I really clutched it up here.
Yeah.
Hey, some traders, if you would grab a wipe and wipe down your pencil
That's
and
what
wipe
my
down
teacher's
your.
be there.
I didn't see it.
Hey, what are you curious? Can I be a clearer?
She's on video.
Wipe down the clearer. Will you wipe that down? Where's here?
I'll keep score.
Yes.
I'll keep score.
I don't know if I can turn this on though, is my thing.
Oh, that's probably.
Left back.
Here, is this the amount?
That doesn't. Okay,
So we do,
that works.
yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, it works.
Okay. Press the power button. That's about right. Yeah, where do we put the
Two
what's that?
Trash. can.
Me?
Do they have a trash can?
There should be. There's one.
Let's just see. No, got no power.
No power.
Can we do the low tech version and just write on paper? Hold on, let's see if we can get you a bagger of piece of paper. We have an individual whiteboard? Go steal something to see. Yes. Yes. Go right there. The teacher's lounge is right through there if you want to go through there. Gotcha. Hey, you're doing great. Oh my gosh, do you not want to sit next to your plus one? You want to come sit here, Cookie? Okay. So, we're gonna give you a question to answer. You don't have to talk. You don't have to- When we have two people in a team of 6, it makes it tough. So, but who wants to be my talker? The group you sat in the middle. Do you want to be the talker, or would you rather Mr. Michael? Okay. Now, I'm gonna have Micah do it for today. Since this is your first semester, maybe next time you can be our captain and talker. Okay, so switch spots with Mr. Michael. So we're gonna give you, you're gonna do, hey, let's start down here. She'll do A, you do B, and you do C, and you do D. So every A question with an A gets your best guess. Yep, so write down A and then pass it down. So our goal was to not pass back an empty piece of paper. Awesome. I don't know if you got fresh these or not. I got scrap paper for you.
Where do you want us to, like, you want us to stand?
Maybe if you do this every once in a while,
Okay.
then that would be good. Anybody else need any scrap paper? Anybody else need scrap paper? I'll do it. I got one for every time.
Why did it make sense where there was one sports question, so like, that's all your
I didn't
fault.
read the questions in advance. They call that cheating, but next time,
You should have just known.
I should have known there were gonna be a lot of random sports questions, boxing questions.
Say Micah, we'll cover us in sports.
Micah, you got us on sports? Thank you, Micah. So you're A, B, C, D. So we'll give you 30 seconds to answer your question. So this is where you could write your answer and then pass it in. But since you're just gonna write A, but the idea with these little pieces of paper is that we just give them to you. We don't have to pass them back. You just put them in a pile right there. And since it's, I don't know, a shared thing, we're not gonna sanitize the paper in between. It was just a thought. Isn't this exciting? It's not out of class. It's better when we get to take a box and go to McDonald's. So, yeah, but I mean, it could be worse. So how we go? Other than that, now is out of a nervous or is out of, I don't know. As long as it's not a stress thing.
I just pressed this button, right? Okay.
The other option is that you're attentive to the game, A. The other option is you're attentive to the game, watch this, and do homework on stuff. Until they're just watching, it will be good. All right. Yes, we've got some nervous people too. Hey, Atkins, every once in a while, can you go check to make sure there's a live button in the upper left-hand corner? And if it says live. They were worried I was gonna make them go back to class, I think, so they volunteered for something quickly.
Not stupid, they've been around that long.
They're not stupid. All right, Akin, welcome again to West Frankfort. Don't be nervous, but would you like to introduce yourself and your son and your sponsor?
I'm Nate Kern, and to my right I have Adriana. My left I have Adriana Avery and Avery Thomas, and to my right I have Tanner Bennett and Hunter Morris. And Miss Barclay is our coach. We don't have any sponsors.
All right, thanks very much. We'll write that on there and put it in front of the thing. I'm getting some there. 140 to 145. All right, Mr. Micah, would you like to introduce yourself and your team, please?
To my right, I have Ava Clark and Lillian Cooksey. And to my left, I have Caitlin Group and Madison Group. Our
All right,
sponsor is Majestically Short, Bad Luck Driving, Mr. Hopkins.
thank you very much. Yes, you shortened it quite a bit. Now I've got a Jeep, so that the only thing doesn't really work, but we'll make it work. Yes, it helps. Okay, let's start with a buzzer check. Mr. There you go. That's my most nerve-wracking thing that I do all day. All right, so first toss up, hands on your buzzer. If you think you know the answer, don't be afraid to be wrong and answer. Let me call on you first. The first bonus is a math bonus, toss up, so you get 10 seconds. So write these numbers down as I say them. It will not be a mental math thing. We have all scratch paper or something to write with? Okay, here we go. Add these numerals. 25 plus 50 plus 25 plus 30 plus 22 plus 38 plus 8 equals. Mr. Mike,
198.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
198.
198 is correct. It's tough for me to hear in math, so I'm going to ask you to repeat.
Please take it where I hear.
I read lips, apparently. Your bonus is a sports bonus, Mr. Mike. Which sports are most closely associated with the following terms? For A, an eagle. For B, a chucker. For C, a bunt. And for D, a face-off. You have 30 seconds. And that is time. Mr. Mike, I'll take your answers.
We have no answers for A, B, or D, and for C, we have baseball.
Baseball is correct for 5 points. Do you have A, B, and D?
No answers.
An eagle is a popular score in golf. It's just I never get it. A chucker is a polo thing, and a face-off is a hockey thing. Don't be afraid to guess something. So always give me some kind of guess. Guess random score if you have to.
Yeah.
So you might be able to say we have baseball for all of them. It may pop up in there. We have hockey for all of them. It may be a good guess to just go up and down the board when you don't know something. All right, next toss up. Hands on your buzzers. With which country do we most closely associate the shamrock? The group.
Irish or Ireland?
Ireland is correct. Your bonus is bonus number 2. It's also math. Solve the following. For A, 4.8 times 3. For B, 0.34 times 6. For C, 0.9 times 20. And for D, 0.437 times 3.
Mr. Hall.
Yes. Can you repeat A?
Yes.
Yes. A is 4.8 times 3. Okay. You can set over here if you want. That's done. All right, pencils down. Mr. Mike, I'll take your answers.
For A, we have 14.4. For B, we have 340,000. For C, we have 118. And for D, we have 1,311.
A is correct for 5 points. Do you have B, C, and D, Aiden?
For D, we have 2.04. For C, we have 18.0. And for D, we have 1.31.
What do you have for D?
1.31.
Okay, C is correct for 5 points. B should have been 0.204, so there were decimals in that question, so you had to move it over 3 times. So the math, I think, was right. You had C correct at 18. D, 0.437 times 3 is 1.311. So you missed one more place.
It's okay, those are really good, boss. Those were good.
Next toss up. Hands on your toes. Spell the word baloney. Yes, sir.
BOLOGNA.
That is correct. Now, some of my 8th graders, they'll buzz in and then they'll start writing it down because it looks a little bit better as they do it there. So you can buzz in right away and then you have 3 seconds to start answering. So you could start off by saying B-O-L, like that way. But I mean, when you're the captain and you're smart, you can stuff like that. Miss it, kid. But when it gets to be a really tricky word. All right, so 10 to 20, Akin versus West Frank. Your bonus is bonus number 3. It's about literature. Give the hometowns of these famous personalities. For A, Mark Twain. For B, Superman. For C, Sherlock Holmes. And for D, Popeye.
Could you repeat the question?
Yes, because it's not close. But always a good idea to ask. And that is time. Akin, I'll take your answers.
For A, we have no answer. For B, we have Metropolis. For C, we have no answer. And for D, no answer.
B, Superman is from Metropolis for 5 points, for a total of 15. What's Frank, do you have A, C, or D?
No.
And then a random guess for all of them. However, Hannibal, Missouri is where Mark Twain is from. Sherlock Holmes is a famous detective from London. And Popeye is from Chester. So 15 to 20 in favor of West Frank. Next toss-up. It's a math toss-up. You have 10 seconds. Gail bought 30 flashlights at Tom's camping store for $2.54 each. How much did they cost? That's time before the buzzer. I'm sorry. But what did you get anyway? I'm sorry, what?
$7.62.
That's incorrect. Did you have a guess? Even though it's after time?
$5.36.
All right, so 30 flashlights times the $2.54. I think you need one more decimal over. So I think you multiply 3 times 2.54. You just need to move it over. So it should have been $76.20. But you guys were both getting a deal on those flashlights.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to your school.
Next toss-up. What is the name of a specifically shaped transparent object that's used to control light? Yes. A prism is correct. Nice job. 5 points. 20 to 20. Akin, your bonus is spelling. Spell the plural of the following words. For A, alumnus. For B, concerto. For C, echo. For D, radius. And then it's done. Akin, I'll take your answer.
For A, we have ALUMNISCES.
Do you have B, C, and D?
What?
Do you have B, C, and D?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
B.
B, we have CON. I can't remember that word.
Give a guess.
CONCHERTS. For echoes, we have ECHOES, and for D, we have RADIUS apostrophe.
C is correct for 5 points, for a total of 25. West Frankfurt, you have A, B, and D.
For D, we have RADIS apostrophe.
That is incorrect. They would have taken RADII, radii, or radiuses, RADIUSES. No possession, there's no apostrophe. Concerto, CONCERTOS, and alumni, you probably heard the term, alumnus is the singular version, ALUMNI. So 25 to 20 in favor of Akin. Next toss-up, hands on your buzzers. What does the Beaufort scale measure? And that's time. Wind forces or velocities is what the answer is. Next toss-up. Whose picture is on the $20 bill? Yes,
Thomas Jefferson.
good guess, but incorrect. 2 seconds. That's time. Always buzz in and give us a guess. But his name is Andrew Jackson. It's been a while since I've seen a $20 bill too, so I understand it's time to talk. Next toss-up. What is the general term for the ocean of air that surrounds the Earth? Yes,
Atmosphere.
atmosphere is correct. Geography is your term, Akin, or your bonus. Give the term for the following definitions. For A ridge of rock or sand at or near the surface of the water. B, a lake in which water is stored for future use and is sometimes formed by a dam. C, a body of land that is surrounded on 3 sides by water. And D, the place that a river begins. You have 30 seconds. Okay, pencils down, West Frankfurt. I'll take them, Akin.
For A, we have beach. For, C, we have peninsula, and for, we don't have a D.
Okay, Peninsula's correct for C, 5 points for a total of 35. West Frankfurt, do you have A, B, and D?
For A, we have bark.
Doesn't matter, but a good guess. Reef, like the coral reef, you may have heard of the term before. A reservoir is a term for a set of what? Like a lake that's set aside for future use. And the place that a river begins is just called the source. So when in doubt, there's 3 guesses. 20 to 35 in favor of A. Next toss up. What is the simple subject in the following sentence? Clean air, as well as clean lakes and rivers, concerns all the citizens of the United States.
Citizens.
That's incorrect.
Is it air?
It is air. Very good. And you don't have to, it's not Jeopardy. What is air? It's air. Okay.
Hey, I like the way she answered.
Yes, I felt like Alex go back there.
At least I don't need that.
Yes. Math is your bonus. Simplify to a mixed number in lowest terms. So you have to give the answer that way. A, 20 over 9. B, 14 over 6. C, 55 over 30. D, 42 over 16. You have 30 seconds. And that is time. I'll take your answers, Mr. Mike.
For A, B, and D, we have no answers. And for C, we have 2 over 2 and 3 over 4.
That's incorrect. What a good guess. Akin, what do you have?
For A, we have 2 over 1, or 2 and 1 and 4.5. For B, we have 7 over 3. C, we have 11 over 6. And for D, we have 2 and 1/4.
You were on the right track on those. So for the mixed number in lowest terms, for 20 over 9, 9 goes into 22 times, and you have a remainder of 2 over 9 remaining. So that's what they wanted you to do there. So it will be 2 and 2 over 9. For the next one, 14 over 6, 2 and 1 over 3. For C, 1 and 5 over 6. And D, 2 and 5 over 8. Kind of a tricky way they asked for it. They wanted you to be specific. Next toss up. How do we classify a 47-degree angle?
Acute.
Acute is correct. Small acute. To 25 in favor of 8. And your bonus is number 7. It's science. Identify the female for each of the following animals. A, a sheep. B, a swan. C, a whale. And D, a fox. And that is time. Akin, I'll take your answer.
For A, we have U, and for B, we have gill. And C and D are no answers.
For a female sheep is a U, U-W. Do you have B, C, and D?
We have no answers.
and a guess for all of them would be fine. Actually, the female's form of a swine is a sow. A female whale is called a cow, and a female fox is a vixen. 45 to 25. Next correctly answered toss-up gets the last bonus per pack. What is the exact name of the type of comparison used in the following sentence? Skip is a clown.
Is it a metaphor?
It is a metaphor. Let's try for your spelling. I'm sorry, your bonus is spelling. A, omitting. B, ophthalmologist. C, referred. D, larynx. And that is time. Let's talk about take your answers.
For A, we have OMITING. For B, we have OPTOMOLOGIST. For C, we have IREFERRED. And for D, we have LARINX.
Those are all incorrect. Mr. Akin, do you have your guess?
We don't have an answer for A. For B, we have OPTIMOLOGIST. For C, we all have REFFERED, and for D, we have no answer.
We were all close. Omitting. OMITTING. Ophthalmologist. We were actually pretty close on that one. OPHTHALMOLOGIST. Referred. REFERRED. And larynx. LARYNX. Now, one thing that we can do is to pass to our speller of the crew, whoever it is, and they could do all of them. Sometimes it's tough, especially in a mask, to hear what they're saying or to read their writing. So you can say, I'd like to nominate this person to answer all of our questions. So something for the future. And that is halftime. You got the next question, right? You got the next question. That's 5 points. Great job. Be confident. You'll be fine. What do you think? I was going to let you give the halftime speech afterwards. No. Hey, don't be afraid to be wrong. Sometimes you're waiting for them to buzz in. I'm not sure if I was. Then they guess and they get a free cast out of it. So that's what we had is always get something. But something, give him something to write down on your guesses. If you know what you're doing, say, hey, I know this one, but so maybe you work together on it. Can you work together on a team? So, but instead of you have to do just this one, you guys work together. You may not know C, but she doesn't know D. You know D. There you go. The other thing, if it's our bonus, you can talk this loud. Hey, for A, it's 12. So carefully here, not because it's our bonus, so we can say it loud, and it's tough to mask. It looks like you're smiling. You're kind of we still live there? Still says live on the left-hand corner.
We got 4 people watching.
My phone will start blowing up on who's if our feed goes down.
What's for your day?
All right, well, hey, great first half.
That was good. Good, good, good.
Keep buzzing in, be confident, guess something, always, and we're gonna be in great shape. All right, first toss up of the second half, hands on your buzzer. What is the exact name of the type of comparison used, no, sorry, we've done that. I'll bet.
Yeah.
Math is your first toss up. You have 10 seconds. Write these numbers down and quickly math. Now you also have one hand on your buzzer, and one hand on your pencil. So you can buzz in and write at the same time. A salesperson sold a car for $15,664. Air conditioning cost an extra $878. How much did the car cost in all? 10 seconds. Yes, sir.
$16,542.
That is correct. The other thing I'll say, just because they buzz in, we can continue to keep going until they either get it right or wrong. Because if we stop right away, they might get it wrong, and then we have a couple more math problems to finish up. That is correct. Next toss-up. No, I'm sorry, it's a bonus. It's yours, Akin. I'm gonna get that right eventually. Name and order the first 4 U.S. presidents. And that is time. Akin, I'll take the answer.
For A, we have George Washington. B, Alexander Hamilton. C, Thomas Jefferson. And D, no answer.
Washington and Jefferson are correct for 10 points. So you guys have 60. Micah, do you have B for the second president and the fourth president?
Yes, for B we have Franklin, and for D we have Franklin.
Good guess. I like that we doubled up. But Mr. Franklin was not that there. It was Adams. And the fourth president was Madison. Not either. Next toss-up. Hands on your buttons. What is the term for words that sound the same but have different meanings? Yes, sir.
Synonym.
That's incorrect. Oh, sorry, it's only been 5 now. 3, 2, 1. They call them homophones or homonyms.
Sound like.
Next toss-up. Name one of the 2 most popular nicknames for the Statue of Liberty. Yes,
Lady Liberty.
Lady Liberty is correct. For a total of 65. Your bonus is 10. It's science. Give the term which matches each of these definitions. For A, air pushes on all surfaces it touches. B, the instrument used to measure air pressure. C, the place data about the weather is gathered, sorry. And D, an object that gathers weather information while orbiting the Earth. You have 30 seconds.
We have our answers.
Okay, pencils down, most friends. That's the other thing about saying that, A, they have to stop talking when you guys can answer quick. Go ahead.
For A, we have pressure. B, we have barometer. C, we have graph. And D is satellite.
Can you be more specific on A?
Air pressure.
Air pressure is correct for 5 points, and you got B and D correct for a total of 15. So they should have 80. Do you have C?
No.
The place data about weather is gathered is the simplest one. It's a weather station. You overthought that. Next toss-up. It's a math toss-up. You have 10 seconds. 2 angles triangle measure 50 degrees and 50 degrees? What is the measure of the third angle of the triangle?
50.
That's incorrect.
Is it 75?
It's 5 away from 75, 80. I'd like to give it to you, but I can't. 80 degrees, 50, 50, add up to 100, and all triangles add up to 180. Good guess, though. Good guess. Buzz in. Next toss-up. Who was the inventor of the electric telegraph? Yes,
Alexander Graham Bell.
great guess, but incorrect.
Benjamin Franklin.
Also a great guess, but Samuel Morse, the guy that came up with the code to do it just that. Next toss-up is a math toss-up, and sorry, you got 10 seconds. You'll need a pencil. Mr. Arms had daily expenses of $37, $43, $39, and $41. Give his average daily expense. You have 10 seconds. Yes,
129.
good guess, but incorrect. Yes,
150.
also incorrect. They needed the average daily expense, so you had to divide all those. So 40 is what they want. Good guess, though. Buzz in. Nice job. Yes. And sometimes it will just ask you to add those anyway. Next toss-up. Name the composer of White Christmas and Easter Parade. Three, two, 4 bucks. His name is Irving Berlin. When in doubt, guess a composer. Somebody. Mozart is our favorite go-to guess in the 8th grade. We don't know too many more composers. Next toss-up. What are truffles? Yes,
A type of mushroom.
type of mushroom. We could also accept the much better version, the candy. Your bonus is 11, and it's sports bonus. Give the mascot nickname for each university. A, the University of Wisconsin. B, Georgia Tech. C, Duke. D, University of Washington. And that is time. Akin, I'll take it.
For A, we have no answer. For B, no answer. C, devils, and for D, dogs.
Can you be more specific on C?
Tasmanian devil?
Good guess. Can you be more specific on D?
A blue dog, I guess.
Good guess. It's both incorrect. Do you have A through D, Mr. Mike?
For A, we have cheese wheel, and for C, we have bird.
And nothing for B and D. University of Wisconsin, they're called the Badgers. Georgia Tech are called the Yellow Jackets. Duke University is called the Blue Devils. So you were close with Devils, they're the Blue Devils. And University of Washington is called the Huskies.
What's the type of dog?
Yeah, so you were kind of right. When in doubt, a guess might get you close enough, and you could have guessed the right color devil, and you could have been. All right, next toss up. Add these 4 numbers. Are you ready? 33 plus 57 plus 27 plus 14 equal. Yes, sir.
131.
131 is correct. So buzzer in one, and then hand in the other hand. buzzer in one and then hand in the other. I watched you go like this, but it worked. Good job.
Whatever gets the answer.
The language and numbers, I guess.
Yeah.
Give the numerical meaning for each root word. For A is deca. For B is tetra. For C is octo. And for D is penta. You have 30 seconds. Yes, I can. Give the numerical meaning for each root word.
Could you repeat?
No.
I can't repeat for you, but
Not for you guys, sorry.
it's not your bonus section. It's a good try though. Somebody forget. Do it. And that is time. Mr. Mike, I'll take your answers.
For C, we have 8. And that is it.
That is correct. Do you have guesses or answers for A, B, and D?
A, we had 10, B, 12, and D, 5.
A and D are both correct. And they got C, 10. Tetra is 4. I've used like quad. Quad, I don't know, tetra. I don't know that. Yeah, quad at the top. All right, so 40 to 95 in favor of Bacon. Next toss-up gets the 13th bonus. What part of speech, what is the part of speech that can modify a verb, adjective, or adverb? Yes, sir.
Noun,
Incorrect. 3, 2, 1. When in doubt, guess the part of speech. So the tricky part there, a verb, if it modifies a verb, it's an adverb.
Says the English.
Yeah. Next toss-up. Name one of the 2 classification systems used in our libraries.
By, author.
That's incorrect.
Good guess.
Great. Oh, it's there. You can go 3 guess. Yes, sir.
alphabetical.
That's a good guess, but they're looking for the Dewey Decimal System or the Library of Congress system. Right now, we have a different system built. I knew that you wouldn't get it from ours. I think we have a scanned barcode. Check that out back.
Or what they have, Google, what is the
Yeah.
answer? That's their library.
Yes. Next toss-up. What professional sports championship is known as the Fall Classic? Tough to see. Go ahead.
The Super Bowl?
Oh, that's incorrect. 3, 2.
Soccer?
Good guess, but it's called the World Series. It's in the fall. I'm not sure when the World Cup is. Next toss-up. Who was the hero of the Civil War who later became president?
George Washington.
Good guess, but incorrect.
Ulysses S. Grant.
U.S. Grant is correct. Nice job.
It is correct.
Your bonus is 14. It's about history also. Name 4 countries whose flag has flown over Illinois. You have 30 seconds. That is time. I'll take your answers, Akin.
For A, we have no answer. B, we have Spanish. C, we have Mexico. And D, no answer.
Spain is correct for 5 points. A total of 1 of 5. Besides Spain, do you have 3 other guesses?
We have American and British.
I'm sorry, what was the second?
British.
Take that one. The last one was, so I can give you A and B, Great Britain and USA. France was the other country that had a short term line at Illinois.
It's the name Illinois. It's great.
Tricky. 50 to 105.
It's a great one.
Next toss up. Round the following amount to the nearest dollar. $199.85. $200 is correct. Make sure you include the
Dollar.
in on it. But yes, for first math, you're not going to be too tricky. Math is your bonus. It's bonus number 14 actually this time. For A, 745 divided by 5. For B, 624 divided by 4. For C, 1,254 divided by 3. And for D, 927 divided by 3. You have 30 seconds. And that is time. Akin, I'll take your answers.
For A, we have 149. For B, 156. And for no answer for C. And for D, 309.
A, B, and D are correct. 15 points. What's right? Do you have C?
418.
418 is correct. Very good. Tough to do in 30 seconds. The next correctly answered toss-up will be the last toss-up or last bonus of the match. How do we classify an angle that is 127 degrees?
Obtuse.
Obtuse is correct. Nice job. Your bonus is the last bonus of the match is spelling West Frankfurt. Spell the following. A, presence. B, nucleus. C, handkerchief. D, ape. There's another sentence. Yeah. And that is time.
For A, we have PRECENCE. For B, we have NUCLEUS. For C, we have HANDKERCHIEF. And for D, we have APE.
Could you repeat D?
D.
APE.
B and C are correct for 2 words. Can you repeat A one more time? A little slower.
PRECENC.
So A and D, Akin.
For A, we have PRESENCE, and for D, we'll have an answer.
Presence is spelled the way you spelled it, nice.
Yeah.
Eighth, I didn't pronounce it very well. Eighth, like the number after the seventh place, eighth place, EIGHT. That is a nice, very nice job, Akin, very nice job. You can leave everything where it is, I'll allow it. Thank you guys very much for coming.
Well, thanks for having us.
Glad we worked it out. Hey guys, before you go back to class, we'll hang out for a second and have a quick meeting. Eight, yeah, it's a tricky way of having to pronounce it. Yeah. Number six. Yes, let's have everybody hang out for just a second, then we'll go.
All right, now I have to wait.
No, you can take it back. We'll wait until you leave. Hey, we go slam dunk this. Thank you. Right there, by the way. Can we go slam dunk this? Thank you. Not sure what our policy is. If you had stuff, I don't know if we would have, I guess we just said that and would go on.
I just write all the pencils and everything down. And Frank, you guys read that this year? You like it so far? It's tough to understand, isn't it? Tough to understand.
Hey, Mike, hang out for just a second, okay? Hey, seventh graders, eighth graders, I'll meet you right here. Oh, by the door, the right, almost there. We have not, we want to have the, I don't know how to. We're still, there, I look tall, Thank you guys for watching.
Bye.
The stream will stop immediately.
Immediately.
No longer in. Yes, in.
Just